Yeah, welcome.
Yes.
Power BI, big data, Cortana, and how to visualize your business. My name is Føsund. I'm a lead architect in a company called Crayon, in an department called Client Management and Security. So this is kind of like a different way for me to work. I don't usually work with this, but I find this so interesting. I see so much possibilities, the tools I use today, and using this in combination with Power BI, we have a new world. So, and you?
Yeah, super excited to have you here. You have certainly given me a lot of new ways how to look at this. My name is Fredrik Knalstad. I'm an architect in the cloud data center management team, and I work a lot with analytics solutions, a lot of Azure, and in the last year a lot with visualization of your data. And this is why we're here on this stage.
Yeah.
And I must say, for you, those of you who have seen us on Twitter, Christian has made an amazing video that actually describes this session. So
yeah, let's fire it up.
Kick it off because it's so awesome.
Organizations will be valued not just on their big data, but the algorithms that turn that data into actions and ultimately impact customers.
Power BI.
We love the automation things.
Hi, I'm Cortana.
Manipulation of data.
Azure Machine Learning from Microsoft.
In a world of big data, recognizing small patterns becomes the most important thing for an organization and for an individual.
Well, doesn't it? Such a. Huh? So.
That's the. I think my speaker is on.
Yeah, it's not on. Yeah, because I'm speaking. So we also have developed a web application that we want you to use, so we can get information in live into Power BI, and it's called NICapp@Føsund.com. You can use it on your phone, and you can rate us. Give us a star. Give us a smile or a frown, how you're feeling. So I urge you to maybe wait to the last, at the end of the session, because you can see the data coming in live. So yeah, that's cool. You've done a lot of work. So the next up is this so-called Føsund. You see it in the intro. We have like advertised a lot of the name, and it's actually a fictional company that me and Fredrik has created. It is a software company that sells software, and it has a lot of customers, and it's used for us to visualize data, because we need something to show you. We need an example so you can see for yourself and see if you find any info there. So we are actually using now Power BI to visualize our presentation, and let's see how it works. So Føsund has different suites of application. One called Føsund Analytics. I can click here, and it's showing the next application, and so on, and the logo changes. This is slicers that we added in Power BI. It had a lot of different applications, and we want to know how and where and what does these applications sell in a good way. And we will use Power BI to show how.
Yes, I'm still here.
You're still here?
I'm still here.
Yeah. Okay.
Just my microphone is dead.
You're dead. Okay.
Yeah. Test.
Test. Okay.
Not working. But I can say something about this company we created. We have a hybrid environment,
Yep.
and we have generated tons of information and data. Oh, are we back? Yes, we're back.
Cool.
So we have created tons of data, tons of sales data, inventory, and stuff like that. And we actually spent a lot of time actually just creating the data. Because what we're seeing working with, especially Power BI, is that if you don't have any data, you have nothing. If you have good data, and you can do amazing things. If you had poor data, your visualization quality or your insight quality actually drops down quite a lot. So the importance is to have good data and working with the data the right way.
Yeah. We also have, as you said, a hybrid environment with System Center and all those tools. So we're going to show you later how we can connect even Power BI to these services to get more information. So let's get a quick insight into Provation, what they're doing. We can see that a lot of their customers are in Oslo and not so much in Vestfold and stuff like that. So it's a Norwegian company selling to Norwegian customers. And while using Power BI, we can actually click on things, and visualizations and other stuff will automatically filter out what we see.
Yeah, so we're actually getting relations to locations by using big maps, which is kind of cool. Can you blow up the for Oslo? Can you blow up the addresses in full screen?
Yeah, sure.
Nice, and you can see how quick and responsive it is. Yeah, and you're using the touch function on the computer, and you can actually get quite good overview and response with it as well.
Yeah.
So it's, the clue here is actually to map your location data related to your insight data, because then you can do a lot of visualization with those data, not the actual, only the address.
Sure. Let's get back to the report. So there we go. And we also have on of all our states where we can see and how many companies do we have in Hedmark or the different fylken that we call in Norway. So we have a lot of information here where we can see where we can maybe try to push more customers and get more insights on why we don't have more customers in this location. It visualizes this much easier for us. Than just having it in a database. Yeah.
And what we're seeing now is that you have what we call a content pack that's for the organization. So actually everyone in the organization can view this data in the Provation environment. So we have made it available for everyone, so everyone can actually open it up and have insights of their data. And for instance, now we're looking at different companies, and we can see what kind of application suite they have.
Yes. So at the bottom, we have our different customers. We can click on them and see what type of application have they bought, how many licenses per year or per month have they bought, and get information straight away and see how is this customer doing, and even information about who's the contact person, what type of business area this is. So we have connected different databases here in the back end to show you this.
So every time there's a change in sales, the dashboard will update with the new information. And this data is based on SQL data, and we have relationships between the data. And we have a front end, sales front end, where they register their sales, and the information gets updated to everyone. Quite cool.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about something about the business areas of Provation?
You mean like retail and stuff like that?
Yeah. Like retail, accounting.
Yeah, let's see on this slide what we have here. So we can. Yeah.
Sorry, but what does this tell you about Provation company? If you look at this data,
it sells a lot of software to retail.
Yeah. So it looks like retail is our number one business area of customers.
Yes.
So we're kind of vulnerable actually when it comes to actually selling our software.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we can click on different retails, and it's actually the same visualization, but in a different way.
So we were looking at, on the right side, we have the business area, and on the left side we have number of employees that the average for the different areas. So, in my opinion, the larger the employees, the larger the sales on the businesses.
Yeah.
It should be that way.
Okay, this is our sales teams. We have different sales teams around Norway. 4 actually, or 5. One in the 4 we have. One in east, north, south, and west. And we can click on, let's say, sales west, and see the name of the customers. Now, isn't it the? Yeah, it is the name of the people in the sales team. Where they're located, what place in Norway they have responsibilities for, and where they are located. And the same goes for the other ones. And we can find which person who is actually responsible for which of locations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Easily.
It gives a good insight, actually, for everyone to see who's working with which customer.
Yeah.
But I have looked into the sales also.
You did?
Yeah, and there's some pretty remarkable things about the sales area. So if we just check, let me just show you this. For the first, this is available in something called an organizational content pack. So this is available to everyone in our organization. So if someone else wants to look at these insights, we can open up the content pack for probation overview, and they can just connect to the data, get information about the data, and connect to it, and get the same live feedings that we get here.
Yeah, so a new person comes to the business, they can just log on to the service, get information about the company and all the sales teams and stuff like that, depending on their rights, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But we are actually making the dashboards and the reports. So we're cleaning it out, making it ready for the normal person in the company to actually view the visualization, not the data behind. So that's quite nice. But when it comes to sales, we have there might be different persons who actually will create dashboards and reports. So instead of creating a content pack for this, we have created a workspace. And we are going to take a look at the Provation Sales workspace. Because it contains a lot of information about the business sales. And now we're looking at a dashboard, and we can see quite a lot of information about the sales information. And we have like the budget, we can see the totals, we have the revenue, and we have customer information and visualizations that makes it easy to see. And we have this quite funny octopus nest here that actually will tell us analytics about our sales and give us some insights about our sales that are actually pretty good for salespeople to understand, to look at and understand how they should look at the data. But let's kick off and look at how Provation did in the sales of 2015. So they made total sales of 329, 115 customers, revenue 3.5 million, and 115% in the budget. Not so bad. Could be that the budget was a little too high, but I was hoping that for actually a better result. But let's look at the actual sales that we had. And Christian, when you look at this data, what does this tell you?
Tells me the years and how many sales at each point of the year. Yeah.
Yeah. And can you see that we have some tops here that are quite high?
I
think that's the sales that actually saves the budget.
Yeah.
This the outliners that we have are, I think that's the ones that make us have the opportunity to go on a bonus trip.
Yeah.
There you have it right there. So
we need to find a way to make more money.
Yeah,
right?
we need to find more
that's the
money.
point of this, isn't it?
So we can, like we said, we can go into the different applications and view information about the different applications, how they did with the sales and stuff like that. But if we look at the Provation Whitespace, which is the application that sold the most in the last year, and we see that we have extremely low sales on Provation Catfish and Provation Syncbase. They're extremely low, so we need to definitely do something about that to actually, for the future, to raise our income. let's look at the different different teams that we have here. And we can see that, well, in the east, they did pretty good, and in the sales team in the west, they also did pretty good. But we have a huge problem with Provation sales in the south. As you can see here, they didn't have that quite a large amount of sales, actually. And if we click on the large sale, we can actually go drill down and look at, yeah, it's Devopa that they had a large sale against, and they sold Provation Analytica. But that's about it on the sales on the Provation Sales South team. I know that it's the latest sales team, but there definitely should be some training on that sales team to notch up actually. And one cool thing in the Power BI is that we can actually use these different visualizations of relationships to actually get information about the different areas. So now we can watch different quarters, we can watch different months, we can see how the different teams did in different areas. It's quite cool. We have actually totally control over the.
And one of the best thing of this is it's easy to implement.
Yeah.
It's
Yes. It's closest I can get when you have created and fixed the data set. It's almost the closest thing you have to drag and drop, actually.
Yeah.
But back to the bonus trip, Christian. By looking at this, who should go on the bonus trip and who should not?
West. The West team looks good, but not the South team. Yeah, it's still in the red zone. So
Yeah, they're basically on the red zone. And
So-
you know what that indicates?
yeah, no bonus trip for them.
No
Or
bonus
maybe,
trip.
yeah.
Maybe we should lower down on our number of employees down there. But they did extremely good in the Provation Sales West team, actually. So, and this is live feedings. If there were new sales coming in now, this will different gauntlets here. They will change. The percentages will change. So you have live feedings of the actual sales of the company. And looking at the West, since they did pretty good, we can take a look at the different salespersons there and see how they did. And we really see that there are some people in the Sales West that actually sells a lot of this our software. And if we click on Truls here, we can see that he's for about almost 35% of his team. So he does it real good. He has a total sales of 645,000, 3 times more in the entire sales team in the south.
Yeah.
So maybe he should change
visit them.
position and go down and take and talk to them and how to do sales. He has an astonishing 38 sales, so that's pretty good. And we have Geir here at 48. So everyone in the West team did actually pretty good on this amount.
Yeah, it's important to know that this information is dynamic, coming straight from the database. This is not the reports that have been generated. This is live feeding from the environment we have and the sales application they may use. So it changes over time, and you don't have to export reports in the same way maybe people you do today. Yeah.
As you said, it's dynamic also, and we can, if we have look here, we can also enable drill down on Truls, and we can see that, well, he did a lot of sales on Provation Whitespace, almost 400,000 Norwegian crowns on that. So that's pretty good, but it's pretty sure that either we have not found the right business area that can sell our Syncbase and Camelback, or he prefers to sell Whitespace and Analytica.
Yeah.
So his potential is actually pretty big, even though he actually does it well. And his sales is divided into different customers. So he's a good salesman for Provation.
Maybe we should look into insights and see maybe where the sales for the Whitespace application is low, and make him help.
Yeah, we definitely should do that. And one thing I want to mention is that as you saw earlier on the slide, that we had retail was our large business area for our business, and we're looking into the sales overview for retail, and we can see that the sales team in the south, they are pretty damn low on the scale. You can see that they have the companies they're working with have a lot of customers, but the income for the different companies are quite low. So something is wrong there, and we know we have the customers, we know they have a number of employees, And so we need to, I think we need to drill down to actually to have a look at what's going on there and how they actually handle business. So what we can do then is that we can go and take a deeper look into their insights. And what we're looking at now is that we're going to go down and take a look at their relationships. And as you can see, this
It looks like a mess.
Yeah, this looks like pretty. It is a mess.
But,
It's a structured mess. So what we're looking at, we are looking at retail. So what I'm going to do now is that we're going to go do some filtering. We're going to focus on the retail area. And now it gets a bit clearer to see. So what we're looking at here is that in the quantity, we can see how the different teams are selling to the, and this is actually pretty cool, look at it. Oh, it goes around the screen. The thicker the line is, the more sales they have against the business area of retail. So here we can actually see that sales west, yeah, they do a lot of good sales on the retail. East and north and south, well, not so great. So there's something there actually in both areas. So if we go into the next area, we can see the different applications. Oh, sorry, we can see the different applications that will. Oh, I'm going to technology. Full screen. We can see the different. We can see the different applications that were sold against the retail. And the blue one is Provation Whitespace, and we have Provation Firestore. And I think also the Provation South are trying to sell Whitespace. So why are the South not selling that much as the West? This doesn't indicate anything. They're selling the same software, but something still ain't right here. So we need to click further into this. Oh, it opens up. We will do this, sorry. Retail, and we will blow this one up like that. Now here we can see something. Can you see that East, North, and West all have a red color on the lines, but the sales South theme, they have a blue. And this indicates order of quantity by contact title. So if we look at the North, they're connecting to a project manager when they're selling this software. Yeah, the same in East, the same in West. But in the South area, they're connecting to the sales director. So there could be a link here. They're actually connecting to the wrong person in the business to actually sell this software.
Yeah.
If you find the right person, then you will actually sell much more software than if you have the wrong contact person. Yeah. Someone with better insights in what their company are doing and what they need. So it's actually good.
Good indicator of what to do next, and maybe target project managers.
Yes, targeting project managers, as you said, perfect. We could go by sex, but we can see that there's almost 50-50 here. Definitely good sales when there's a female also, so we can't blame those. One other thing we can have a look at is that we can take a look at some sales insights for at a larger level. We can see here that sales West, definitely, they sell a large amount. They have the largest income when it comes to money. If we take a look at sales insight, back to report, and we take a look at the business area, we can definitely see that the retail area, they're quite important for us as a company. Yeah. They're quite sky high, and that's maybe a kind of I don't know, big vulnerability for us. If we lose that area, we get.
Yeah. So the point here is you have different visualizations to see the same data, maybe, or
it's the same data, but filtered by different relationships. Yeah. And here you can look at the different sales teams and what companies they have and you can see that, well, the yellow ones are the south team, so they actually aren't that quite high up on the team. But this is really a good practice for going through with the sales team and actually looking at what they're actually selling.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And one thing, if you would like to, go into meetings and stuff like that, and actually showing different reports and stuff like that.
Typically, when Monday morning,
Yes.
how's the sales doing? Do you have to take a picture of all this stuff, or is it possible in some way to have it integrated in a PowerPoint and something like that?
Yes.
That would be right.
Yeah, you definitely have the option to integrate into a PowerPoint. So let's take a look at that. So here we have our PowerPoint slide, and instead of having a static slide set, we can actually integrate Power BI into PowerPoint. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to log on, and we are going to connect to my account. And let's try to refresh this again. Try to log into Power BI. Power BI
Yeah, so Power BI is actually using Azure Active Directory for authentication, so you need
Yes.
to have that in place to be able to give access to the service.
So what I can do now is that I can connect to my dashboard, Probation Sales 2015, and it will actually show the insights that are in that dashboard. So it works pretty cool, and you can have the same slide set every time, and you can have the same slide set every time, and the insights would change.
Okay.
It's always a problem when you have when you're running this running this live. So here we can see our insights.
So this is live data. Just
This
from
is
the
live
service,
data
okay.
that you have in your PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, you can't
Oh,
see
can't
it.
see. You changed the way when you
Change the way it logs on.
put it into duplicated mode again. So I think maybe not in extended mode. So
Are you guys back now? Duplicate.
there we go.
Back
Back
again.
on.
Well, so this is some of the things you can do, and here we are comparing the different years actually with the sales, so we can see that we actually have a better start in 2016 that we had in 2015, and we can also do filtering on the different months that we will have. Everything is live. So that was some of the insights we can do with sales data.
Yeah, that's one part.
That's one part. Let's look at something quite much more fun.
Yeah, I'm not a salesperson, so looking at statistics, it's not always that fun. But let's see if we can use it for something else.
Yeah. And what we're looking at now is that we are going into the market area.
Yeah.
And how we can actually do market stuff with Power BI. And out of the box, Power BI has a lot of connections that you can do with data, like content packs, API that we're using in the rating later on. You can also connect to different channels that are available. So some of the channels that are available is through something called content packs, online content packs. And here you can connect to huge amount of these different products to actually get insights. And one of the things that we have connected to is we can get insights through Bing. Like, as you can see here, we don't have a lot of information on the probation keyword at Bing, but let's try something else.
I think you have my blog there. Added Google Analytics blog. Can you see that? Have a look at my blog. Yeah, that's in the marketing place. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
booming. A lot of people visiting, I see.
Yeah. So you can get insights from you're
Google-
connected to Google Analytics.
Yeah.
So you have your own blog and you're connecting Power BI to Google Analytics and you're dragging the data out of there.
Yeah, so when you connect one of these services, you get a reports built for you, and the dashboards built for you. So you don't have to do all the everything. You can
Yes.
edit it, of course, but the data and the reports get generated for you, so you have a live view instantly of your data.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
Other services like Salesforce that maybe use this the same. You can connect the data with the data you maybe already have in your business.
So I know we're using a lot of resources on Azure.
Azure, yeah.
So we can connect to Azure and get our insights on our subscriptions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See consumptions on VMs and stuff like that.
Yeah. And let's go back to the Bing thing. Let's now look at something more interesting like Power BI. So we can just connect to Power BI and it will actually create a dashboard ready for us with all information that's been entered into Bing about Power BI. So for you, if you have your own company or you would like to look at different products and information, you can actually add this content pack to Power BI, to your Power BI site, and get real insight and dashboards. And you can see like you have activity, location using Bing, and you can actually get quite a good news feed. Actually, you will get the latest news about the different keywords that you're actually searching for.
Yeah.
So it gives you.
Let's hope
Quite a lot.
Google Pack will be available soon.
Yeah,
too, so.
we definitely hope so.
Yeah.
So, and they're actually we're looking at the Azure audit logs as well to actually see who does what in our business. So, and they keep on coming with this content, the different content packs, and it's quite useful. So, let's go into our area.
And what's that?
Operations.
Cool.
Where we have.
That's my part.
That's your part. Where we have extremely large amount of information available today. Especially, we work a lot with the Azure and System Center environment. We have huge amount of information in Operation Manager, Configuration Manager, a lot of devices.
Yeah.
How can we integrate with Power BI into those kinds of data?
Yeah, they're typically using reporting services today, but it's hard to create new reports and for some. And it's definitely not mobile or available on your mobile phone to get alerts and stuff like that. So if you have, maybe we had add-on, but yeah, you have some great options with Power BI to connect to your System Center environment and get information about things. And I'll show you some of them. I don't know if you want to show something about your SCOM alerts and Service Manager requests, but we have live info there from that environment.
Yes. So what we're looking at here is live feeding from our environment, so we can get full overview over our incidents, service requests, and changes and we have our incident statistics here, and we have SCOM alerts, and we can see how many alerts that has been entered, and we get quite good overview over the different areas. When you look at the dashboard, you can click on it and you can enter the report actually, and you will get the same dynamic insights and stuff like that. But one thing that's really interesting is how does your devices integrate with this. I'm thinking about mobility and Windows 10 deployments, and error handling and all this information that you never find.
Yeah, I always missed working, when I work with Configuration Manager, a tool that it manages the clients and servers to do deployments and maybe application deployments. I need some better view of how things are going, you know?
Yeah.
Live feed maybe, or even check my phone and get to see the reports straight away. So I've created this Configuration Manager dashboard that fits me best well, because this is things that concerns me about my environment. Let's see if I can find a mouse there and blow this up a little bit. There we go.
One thing that's they're working on, we are looking into insights that has, with the visualization that has been created from third parties. And that's why you get the message on the top here, because we are enabling visualization options that are not standard visualizations. So we need to accept that we're regarding security, that we can open up that visualization.
Yeah.
But tell me what we're looking at here.
Yeah, this is my configuration manager environment, where I can see everything in one place. This is different reports connected in one. So this is the dashboard. So it's a lot of information, but I can drill down to them and see more.
You still have Windows Server 2003 servers there?
Oh yeah, you see that one?
Uh-oh.
We have a lot of 2003 servers. My manager want to know, how many 2003 servers do you have? And when you work as a consultant, you suddenly try to make PowerShell scripts to extract it from AD or stuff like that. Or maybe they run a report, and then that report is static, maybe in some sort of way. But here we have a live status of the 2003 environment. And we can see what type of installation is done on. What type of hardware, or is it VMware?
Or it's physical, virtual, and what kind of
so
manufacturing behind. Cool.
So that's nice information for me to provide to the person who is actually want to know how is the status of the removal of this.
And your boss will actually have dynamic updates of this, so we can actually go around when he's using his mobile phone and actually see what's the latest status on our
I'm going to show you something cool.
Environment.
Cool. So Windows 10 is very, very popular now, right?
Yeah.
You want to have it out, but you want to have a live feed on when deployments are running out. How is it going? Is there any failures? And even what's the statistics? Is it more Lenovo that get deployed? How many did deploy last week? And stuff like this. So I can filter here and see what type of versions of Windows 10 is out there, even get this information, and if I want to, I can drill down also.
Yeah, to drill down on it. So when looking at your data, we can see that actually you have a lot of new deployments of Lenovo here.
Yeah, that's one most popular one deploying Windows 10 in this migration. So, and the same goes for but how is people, if this is a big company, they maybe deploy many different OSs, and the big one here is how many deployments in 2006 was with Windows 10. So I can drill down to this report and see that 27 of the deployments in 2016 was Windows 10, and the rest was Windows 7. I don't like that. I want to have more Windows 10 version.
Yeah,
so
for sure. But I need to stop here.
Yeah.
Where is this data coming from?
This is coming from the configuration manager environment. So this is a software from Microsoft that pulls this information and inventories everything from how the deployments are going and stuff like that. So it's actually connecting to the database through a gateway to grab the information.
Yeah. So this is also live feeding, so you can get refresh of the data to actually get the newest insights on this.
Yeah, and as you can see, maybe you don't know how the architecture level is. Like here you see there's a lot of x86 devices. We are in the x64 environment. Why have we so many? And what type of clients are having x86? A lot of Dell clients here and stuff like that. So I can try to drill down and make a report of this and see why the situation is like it is. Same goes for servers. I can drill down to different OSs, platform, who is virtual, who is physical. So this makes it much easier for me to view all this information. But you have to have this all this information is from Configuration Manager, but you have other options to get this information from too, like Active Directory.
Yes.
So I'm going to show you that later. But just show you some of the features we can have here. One product that I'm a fan of is called 1E Nomad. And they have some reports, but I don't like the reports that much. I want to have a better view of how my product is doing in the environment. So I created a custom custom view of this product, where I can see how much one Nomad is a product to configuration manager that lets you save a lot of bandwidth because the clients push the package between each other instead of deploying servers.
So it's a popular add-on, actually.
Yeah, it's a popular add-on for it. So I can see live status of how much data I save by using it. So it's easier for them to get to the management and say, I need a renewal of this product.
This is actually quite hard actually to get today to get
you have reports,
bandwidth overview.
But
live.
Here we have live, and I want to know what type of clients out there are in the correct versions. Is there any clients left that isn't upgraded the correct way? So I can easily here see who is left behind, and I also have more information like are my clients compliant with the settings I've set? So there are different settings in the product that I need to know that can get pulled from the registry.
Yeah.
And I see that there are some differentials here because I want to have one setting for everyone. And why does some clients have another setting? Like the local cache path, why is it different? And who is and what type of client is having a different share name here? So yeah, that's the one product there where I can get more. So this is just some custom I made by myself, just grabbing information from the database.
And if and this is a report that you have created, and if you wanted to share it with other people, is it possible to share it with, let's see, if I want your report, to have a look at your report? Sure. Is it easy to share it with me?
Sure. You can share it on the site, and you can share it in the email and invitation. Yeah.
Wow, cool.
And it's free of charge for the person opening, but he can't do any editing.
Not editing, okay.
So. Yeah, it goes on. I can get drilled down to specific clients, like the configuration manager client. I want to know how is it going, and even have a live feed. Is it small? Yeah, it's kind of small, but I have also another database that connects to the internet, checks to see who is the latest version of the configuration manager environment, and get information back, so I can see if I'm compliant with the latest version that is out there.
Nice.
So I have two different sources here. I have my database, configuration database, and I connect to an online web page where I pull information from the web page to get the latest version of the product.
So instead of actually looking for the information, you will actually get information pushed straight onto you. So
Even
you don't have to go that much effort into it.
So
nice.
Again, we have a lot of 2003 servers, XP and stuff like that, and they are out of support, right?
Yeah.
So I can drill down and click on this and see all the expired ones, and everything you see in this big list is all the clients there. So the big list you can see. There we go. Get out again. Yeah. But the point here is that you can extract this list. And let's go out of this view, maybe.
You mean like if I wanted to have it in, let's say, a CSV file.
CSV file, because you can do the filtering, and then you can export the tables.
So the person looking at the data can actually export the data and create his own.
Yeah, open it up in Excel, and do more work with it. So it's easy to just do the filtering first.
Yeah.
Because doing filtering in Excel can be hard for some people.
Yeah.
It's much easier to just click around and get out the clients that they need to address.
And filter the data. Cool.
Yeah, we have a lot of other things like compliancy on software updates, client health summary, and stuff like that. So.
But one thing I'm interested in is Active Directory. I can see there's a Active Directory report here.
Yeah, sure.
Can you tell me something about, because that's been a pain in the ass for almost 20 years for...
Yeah, but typical situation is that you have a lot of stale records, maybe?
Yeah.
Computer objects, so that's one of the things I've heard you picked up as a consultant. What is a typical job people have to do manually to get that information
out?
They don't know.
And now you're saying that you have the solution in Power BI report here?
That connects to Active Directory, pulls the information directly from Active Directory, and give me this report. So I can now see that I have over 793 clients that has not been logged on since 2004.
793.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's not easy to see in Active Directory directly. So, and we even have clients from 2003.
13 there. So
Yeah.
looks like you need hiring some external consultants in your company to do some cleaning,
Yeah, I don't
especially
think we need, I don't
around
think we need
users
some
and the
external
2003
consultants.
servers.
Yeah, it's just missed because we don't see it in a good way.
That's true.
So I can also see the new OSs that has been deployed in 2016, just like you can do in Configuration Manager, see new stuff,
Yeah.
but in a different way, because now we're using Active Directory instead of Configuration Manager to get the information.
Yeah.
And I can also filter down to see how the deployments are going on 2003, how many of them are in has not been logged on before. I can add more filtering and stuff like this. And I can see that the 2003 environment is, it's going down, but what about 2012 servers? They're going up.
Yeah.
So you can see that
That's the
there's a
right,
migration place.
That's the numbers that you want. It's pretty awesome. So while you're here, can you just show me how to share? I'm really curious about where you can share your data. What can you share and what can you not share with?
You mean like save as and print or stuff?
No,
like that?
let's say you have created a cool report.
Mm.
How can we share it with other people in the company? Can we create content packs? Or
Yeah, you can create content packs so other people can connect and get the same information. So you can do that over here up at the star here and create content packs. And then people, because this is a report I made.
Yeah.
But I know that other consultants would love to see the same thing.
Yeah,
So
I like your report, but I would like to add some new feature as well.
yeah, so I can create a pack and display it into my organization, and they can use the same information as long as they are rights to view the information of the data source. So
Nice.
yeah, that's Active Directory. But I'm a configuration manager guy. I want to have live information from the environment. So now it works that, like, if you do a deployment of Windows 10, it gets written to a database, and something fails. You don't know what is failing. You start to dig into logs. You log on the client to see what's happening. And there's a lot of consultants doing that.
Yeah.
I've been doing that a lot myself. So
I'm not amazed if you have like a Power BI report for this as well.
yeah, I have created something called Configuration Manager OSD troubleshooting. Not finished yet, but it's in development.
Yeah.
But what it does, I'd have to show you on for you who are consultants maybe, what it does. It's a PowerShell script that I add to the deployment that pushes the information straight away to Power BI directly.
Oh, you're using the Power BI API.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
nice.
so there's a script here that will push information if something fails in a deployment. And when it fails, it will do it straight through the service online instead of going through the database and waiting
Databases.
for everything to sync up.
Yeah.
So I can get live information on my phone if something fails.
Yeah.
And another thing the script does is that it scans the log files and client log files. If I can get back here and show you the report, I can actually see why the client failed.
You get deep dive information.
Yeah.
So actually you have a relationship between the data.
Yeah.
So when you're clicking on the last error, you actually look up the related object.
Yeah, so, and I can do more stuff, like I can see that, Office 2030 Pro Plus was the reason this one failed. Sometimes you have to open up consoles and stuff like that to find this information.
Yeah.
But if I have a Power BI app on iOS, I can get this information straight away in a notification, so I know exactly when it happens.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And you can also start to see patterns that why are they failing more in this subnet or on these type of clients, and do some digging and see what's happening here. Is it wrong with the package, or is it just one thing that happened at the time?
So you have like diagnostic tool here that you can actually look at the information about live feedings from the clients when they're actually out there deploying Windows 10.
Yeah. So that makes it easy in a pilot phase or to take action straight away instead of waiting for the user to call in. Oh, something failed, and they try again, and then
you trigger the remote deployment actually before they actually understand.
I'll just tell the team to fix the package or whatever the reason for the last error.
Cool. Nice.
So all this information is available through this web interface. You have different other sources you can connect to. You can connect to using a universal app for on the Windows Phone that will work on Windows 10. It's limited, but it's a product, but it also will be available on the new Microsoft Surface hub. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
like
so
the
you
big
get like
screen.
touch drill downs and information.
So it's an ecosystem. It will work on everything.
Yeah, but can we? But let's talk about Windows 10 and mobiles and stuff like that. What can I get insights like in Cortana with information on this?
Yeah, that's a bit.
Can I get Power BI into Cortana? That's my question.
Let's see. Let's connect to a client here. Cortana supports something called Q&A, so you can ask Cortana questions about things.
Q&A is also a feature in Power BI that you can actually ask questions and integrate with the data.
So Windows 10 status, maybe. If I click enter here.
So we're actually connecting to Power BI, and you're dragging the information out from.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
I get the report
really cool.
straight away in my start menu without opening an application, web interface or anything. So I can get information, and it's even possible to click around.
So you can actually get the insights on the data as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so this is template created for Cortana that makes it possible. So I can, if I want to have more insights, I can visit the link to Power BI, or I can ask more questions like Windows, like we saw the Windows 2003 status maybe. I think we have, you found it.
There you have it. So we will actually, so what actually happens now, you will actually search, and we will actually match that information to your reports in Power BI, and the information will be dragged down.
Yeah. So
nice.
This can go for your sales data also. So you can enable this on data sets. How are the budgets doing? How is the team doing? Instead of everyone opening up dashboards, you can ask them directly.
Ask them directly questions.
So to be able to do this, you just have to connect your account to Cortana. But Cortana is not enabled in Norway, so
you have to fake it.
You have to enable English language and stuff like that. But maybe sometimes it comes. You have to connect the Cortana to your Office 365 environment that actually has the credentials for your Power BI subscription.
Yeah.
And that way you get information in.
Because when you, like in the infrastructure, when you work with Power BI, all groups, all accounts and everything are managed by Office 365. So if you have Office 365 implemented in your environment, well, you're ready to go with start using Power BI. If you don't have Office 365, you can start using Power BI right away. But when it comes to licensing and collaboration, that is the real glue in Power BI. You have some limitations there, but
so I can just ask a question: how many servers do we have? Yeah, it points out it pulls the information from the data sets and create a pinning there, even though it's not a report. So,
do you know a fun fact that there is the price of Power BI per month is actually cheaper than buying a beer in Oslo.
It's nice.
It's I don't know if it says something about the price for Power BI or the price for beer in Oslo.
Yeah, I think it's the last one.
I think it's the last one as well.
But yeah, that's for using Power BI Pro. But you also have the free version to get it.
Yes, to get inside to get started right away. Looking at the time now, I think it's time to check on the our magical app that we have created using the Power BI API.
Yeah, go ahead, check if it's anyone who has.
So I hope everyone has their phones ready, because now we're going to.
I have to open mine myself.
We're now going to do live tests here. So what we have here is we have created actually an application that is HTML based, so it's browsable for every device. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to log on to my dashboard, and we're going to create, and you're going to rate our session, and we're going to see quite a lot of information about your ratings. But you only have the option to rate once. So if you actually you can rate many times if you delete your cookies. But I didn't say that. So let's check this out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log on with.
So what is actually happening in the background here? You have this web service that enables you to do this, right?
Yeah, Power BI has a web service that we can integrate against, and actually, that web service can take on everything. You can create your different, like you did with PowerShell. There's a PowerShell module created by a company called DevScopes that you can actually integrate your systems with the API, or you can use the .NET framework or any other coding language that will actually support sending web requests.
So if you look closely, you see that there's actually live data feed, and the average score is going up and down.
Yeah, so we can see that we have a lot of insights already. So what we're looking at, there we go. Something. Yeah, we got a great.
Yeah, nice.
There's a lot of people. Someone here with Safari. Nice. There's a lot of people here with Safari. So, so far we have. Actually, there's between great and bad. So someone is rating us bad here. That's even. Fine. We will fix that later on tonight. Most of them actually were using Safari. We have Firefox, Chrome, Edge. Not many on there. Not many people on the.
Can you do any insights here? Like, are people like with iPhone happier or more having a great mood? Maybe?
Yeah, we can actually get insights here if you.
Did I click the wrong one?
No,
there we go.
There we go. So here we can see,
cool.
we can see the ratings. Like, oh, we got a lot of top score here, and we got some 5s, some 4s, and we can get some information out of it. And if we click on the next report here, we can get further down the information here. So let's click on great. So if we click on great, we say most of the people who rated us great it's Chrome. Yeah. So that's good. Yeah. But we also get a lot of people who are great. They're running Safari, and yeah. But let's look at the bad ones. Well, okay. This depends on how much data.
Does that mean that Chrome is using Android or Safari, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
we can go into those. But now we have created our own insights. But what we can do is that we can make Power BI create insights for us. Yeah, so what it actually does now, it runs the data through algorithms, and it's telling us a lot, gives us feedback about the information.
So Microsoft has a library of algorithms. Did it fail, or no insights is in the information?
No insights found. No
okay.
Insights. What? We're not showing us insights.
You can do it on another data set if it's.
Yeah, we can test it. We can let's do another data set. But let's just say it. We are doing pretty good here. The overall mood here is 4.8,
yeah. Cool.
And but yeah, still some angry people here. So
it's a great way for campaigning in your and work, and you can actually see the live feed.
Yeah, so this is actually to show how the API works, because connecting to the API is live, it's dynamic. The data goes straight to the data set, but when you're creating like the configuration manager to your system center environment, Active Directory, other on-prem sales data, for example, the data is not live. It needs to synchronize from its original source with actually up to Power BI. So you might have a delay there. So that's one important thing to think about when you actually want to create reports and dashboards. How fast do you want this, the information to be to update? So the API is extremely fast, and it gives you a lot of insights. And they're actually giving you a large amount of settings and functions. And one thing that they have in preview now is publish to web, function to publish to web. So what I can do now with this report, and I can actually publish it right away to my corporate website. So it creates actually a code for you, and then you can just post it on your website, on your blog to get the information.
So you get a live embedded code?
Yeah, you get live embedded code with drill down functionality. So, but then again, you need to be careful about what type of information you're actually sharing out there as well.
Yeah, sure.
To be available for everything. But for your blog post, like you like good ratings, so it's you like to share good ratings. So that's perfect for you.
Cool.
So that was 1 hour of Power BI and a lot of insights in a lot of different areas.
Yeah, and the purpose of this was maybe more to see how you can use the tools, because sitting and doing washing of data and stuff like that is something that is not that fun to do, but it's needed maybe, depending on the data set. But it's to give ideas to how you can use it on different, all from sales to operational stuff.
Different in your business as well.
Maybe marketing, facilities. Just look at the possibilities to have
live feedings of temperature in buildings, noise sensors in offices.
Yeah, it supports that.
Yeah.
It supports all the Azure services that makes it possible to get this data straight into the Power BI. So,
and thinking about like Cortana Analytics with Stream Analytics, you have machine learning on top of it that can publish. Both of them can publish to Power BI, so you can get the reports straight out to Power BI. That's pretty cool. We haven't seen the things that happened the last year in Power BI. It's quite amazing, but I think we will definitely see some super extraordinary things happening.
And then there's the content pack for Office 365 that is coming now. You can have better view of OneDrive usage and stuff like that. So you get a lot of free, not free, but you get a pre-made package for your environment if you have more online services, because they are easier to create content packs too.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Super.
And you can edit and combine information.
Combine information together. I think that's about it for this session now. Yeah. Hope you all enjoyed the session, and I think it will be recorded so we can put it out. Put it out there. So if anyone has any questions, just to ask. Let's open the beer. Det var liksom ikke så langt.